Hey everyone, this is the Math Nexus, and today we are going to start with exercise 3.2 of O-Level and IGCSE Additional Mathematics. And the new concept today we are going to cover is division of polynomials. So I guess most of the students won't know this concept by now because this is more of a pure AddMaths concept. So if you're doing O-Level maths, you won't be aware of this. So I'll try to get things as basic as possible. So first of all, just to give you a perspective about division, how it's done, let's just take a normal example. Okay, I'm going to take the example which is given in the book. I'm going to take, for example, I have something like if I have 75508 divided by 17. Yeah, how would I solve this by long division? I would first of all change this form. I would write it in something like this. I would write 17 here and then 5508. And basically, how do we solve this up? We don't directly say 5508 divided by 17 is equals to 324 or whatever. Because, I mean, personally, you might know this, but personally, I find it hard to memorize the 17 table. So we break it down into further steps. We first take the first two parts, like 55. And then we say, does 17 has 55? Yes, it has. By the way, why don't I take, like, in a second before we go forward, I'm going to, okay. Yeah, why don't I take 5 here? Because, well, 5 is unnecessary in this case because 5 is lesser than 17. I would break it down into the first value, which would be larger than 17. So 5 is smaller than 17, but 55 is larger than 17. So we can divide this up. So what do? We break this and we assume for now that we are only doing 55 divided by 17. Okay. And the first step I do is I find out what is the nearest number which is coming in the 17 table, which is near to 55. So, well, what is 17 multiplied by 3? It's equal to 51. So I would say here 3, and then I would continue with 51. I would subtract it. Then we would subtract it and we would get 4. And then we would take this down to give us 40. Now, is there any number, is 40 greater than 17? Yes, it is. And the reason why I brought this 0 down is because, well, 4, we can't just simply divide 4 because 4 is lesser than 17. So now we have 40. Now what we do is find something in 17 table which is near to 40. So 17 2 is 34. So we just take that 34 here and then subtract it. Okay. Now we have 6. Obviously, 6 is lesser than 17, so we'll need another term and we bring 8 down. So we have 68. So what is 17 multiplied by 4? It's equals to 68. Okay. So, and then we just write down 4 here and just subtract it from 68. And the reason for explaining this was you should know this basic concept. Okay, we do this when we're dividing. We break things apart. We make them the smallest term possible. Then we divide, and then we go on and so forth until the whole number is divided. And the same things occur in the division of polynomials. And what do I mean by that? For example, let's just take part A of question number 1, right, for now. Okay, I have something like, what's the question? X cubed plus 3x squared minus 46x minus 48 divided by x plus 1. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, wait a second. Right. I'm going to select this, put it down here, and then go forward with the question. So I have this type of question. What would be my next step? So, by the way, for those of you who might confuse, if I write it in this form, x cubed plus 3x squared, like this form, or I write it in the form x cubed plus 3x squared minus 46x minus 48 divided by x plus 1. It's the same thing, by the way. I hope you know this. So basically, now what we are going to do is we are going to do what we call division of polynomials. And this type of, well, there are many methods that, but the main focus is on one method right now, which is long division. And that's the method which you'll find most useful in all of mathematics. In fact, if you go in A-level maths or even A-level further maths, you'll find long division has a main purpose in your solutions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up. Okay, so I'm going to again write it in the form I would have written something like this: x plus 1 here, and then x cubed plus 3x squared minus 46x minus 48. Now what we do in this thing is we only consider while dividing the first term. And now before we go forward, I'm going to clarify one concept for you. Okay. So basically, when we had this 17, we find out that the nearest number to 55 is 51. And how did we do that? Okay. So what we basically do is we divide 55 by 17 first, and we find out that it is 3 point something something something. And we find out the only integer value which is closest to it is 3. And then what we do is 17 multiplied by 3 is equal to 51. And then we put this 51 into here. So basically what we're doing is we're finding out a value and then multiplying the 17 by that value and then inputting that value here for subtraction. And that's exactly what we'll do. So now what we'll do is we'll just take the first term, which is x cubed right now. So we'll take x cubed here and divide it by the first term of the polynomial, of the dividend. So what we'll do, divide x cubed divided by x, and well, we know we'll just subtract the powers and we get x squared. Now what we'll do is with this x squared is we'll multiply this x squared. By the way, let me just make up. So basically, here. So basically, what we'll do with this x squared is we'll multiply this x squared by dividend, which is x plus 1. And then whatever our answer comes up, we'll divide it here. So we basically, x squared multiplied by x plus 1 is going to be x cubed plus x squared. Okay. Now what we do is we do 2 steps. Again, we are finding out x squared. First of all, we say that the closest term to x cubed is going to be x squared, for which we'll get x cubed plus x squared, which is, as you can see, the term we have right here. So basically, again, in this one, we just divide, we find out that the 51 is the nearest thing, and then we multiply 17 by 3 to get this 51. And the exact thing here, we find out that x squared is the nearest term, and then we multiply x squared by x plus 1 to get x cubed plus x squared. So basically, clarifies that. Then what we do is, again, as in this 17 divided by 5508, you can see we subtract the values. So we subtract these, we divide them up. So basically, and now what we're going to do, x cubed and x cubed cancels out. So again, we are subtracting the whole equation. So this negative multiplied by x cubed is going to become negative, and this, when this negative multiplied by positive x squared is going to give us negative x squared. So positive 3x squared minus x squared is going to give us 2x squared. So basically, okay. Now again, 2x squared is too short. What we'll do is copy down negative 46x also. So basically, now what we're going to do is, again, we're going to divide 2x squared. So basically, the first term of the dividend, which is x. So this would give us 2x. Now we multiply 2x by the dividend, which is x plus 1. So basically, which is going to give us 2x squared plus 2x. Now again, the same procedure here. Copy down 2x squared plus 2x here. And how did we get it? We got it through 2x. So positive 2x. Now again, we have to subtract this, and then this also subtract, because negative multiplied by negative, positive is going to give us negative. This cancels out. Negative 46 minus 2x is going to give us negative 48x. Now that we have negative 48x, we bring down this negative 48 here. And this comes as follows. Now again, what we do is, before I continue, now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna take this up, negative 48x divided by x, and that's going to give us negative 48. Now negative 48 multiplied by x plus 1 is going to give us negative 48 x minus 48. So this is again the same thing here, negative 48 x minus 48. Here, divide this. Again, one more thing what we're going to do is copy down this negative 48 above here. And then what we're going to do is subtract it. Again, it may seem right now we are subtracting it, but it does not. So what we're going to do is bring out a bracket and then multiply it by negative sign, so that makes things easier for us. So this would become positive 48. Negative 48 plus positive 48 cancels down, and then negative 48 plus 48 is going to give us nothing. So this is nothing, and so this means that this is perfectly divisible, which gives us the answer x squared plus 2x minus 48. I hope I clarified the concept, and before we continue through this exercise, I just ask you to memorize this stuff, practice this stuff as much as possible, because I won't be going into this depth. It's a really short question, to be honest. And for each of these questions, I might not be able to get as much depth. So if you do not understand, rewind this, watch this again, because it's really essential that you understand these basic rules for this division. And if you understand these, then any question that comes in front of you is going to look easy. So keep that in mind, and we'll just continue towards the questions part. I hope I clarified the concept. Back what I'm going to do. Down here. A mistake. Like, you know what? Just leave it as it is. I actually wanted that I would just take this up and copy this onto the next one. That's what I'm going to do. There we go on the next page. We're going to copy it. This was it for part A. This was it for part A. We just draw one more partition. By the way, these questions might look complex, but to be honest, they aren't. When you just start practicing and all, you just find these questions really easy to solve, because they're like basic AddMaths. There's nothing advanced in this. So again, I'll just write it directly down. What we're supposed to do is we're supposed to divide x cubed minus x squared minus 3x plus 2 by x minus 2. So x cubed minus x squared minus 3x plus 2. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start in dividing. Again, I'm go for the first 2 to 3 questions, I'm going to go in detail, and then I'm sorry, but I have to go a little bit faster than usual. For this one, I'm going to explain you a bit more than usual. So again, what we do is divide the first term by the first term, because that's going to give us the value we should multiply it with. So x cubed divided by x is obviously going to give us x squared. Now, what we do with this x squared is we multiply it by the dividend to get the value which is in the table of x squared, which would be able to subtract from x cubed minus x squared. So x squared multiplied by x minus 2 is equals to x cubed minus 2x squared So this would give me x cubed minus 2x squared. And how did that come? When we input x squared. Now subtract this would become negative and this would become positive. And then we subtract this, cancel down. Negative x squared plus 2x squared is going to give us x squared minus 3x, because that's, we have to bring this down. And by the way, why we play with two values, I'm going to explain this. Because whenever we multiply anything, may it be 1 multiplied by x minus 2. 1 multiplied by x minus 2 is going to give us x minus 2. So it's going to give us two terms here. And it's essential for us to have two terms here to continue with. You could also add plus 2 here and then just divide and divide and divide. But it's tedious. So just keep two terms. Okay. Plus 2 would just make things messy. It won't be divided in that. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Two variables down here. So x squared minus 3x, again x squared divided by x is going to give us x. The x multiplied by x minus 2 is equal to x squared minus 2x. So basically, so x squared minus 2x here, again it's going to subtract and this is going to add because we multiply by a negative. So basically, this cancels down. Negative 3 plus 2 is going to give us negative x plus 2. Again, negative x divided by x is going to give us 1. In fact, negative 1, sorry. The negative 1 multiplied by x minus 2 is going to give us negative x plus 2. So now again, as you can see, oh, sorry, I forgot to copy down x squared minus x minus 1. And then this would give us minus x plus 2. As this is being multiplied by negative, this becomes positive and this becomes negative. So basically, now what we're going to do, cancel these out and cancel these out. This is a perfectly divisible content, and we are going to get this x squared minus x minus 1 is equals to your answer for this part. So basically, I hope that clarifies it. There's no hard thing there. By the way, if you do not understand anything, please feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll try my best. By the way, I'm not assuring that I'm going to actually answer it, but I'll try my best to answer all your queries because I want everyone to be taking the advantage of these lectures. I myself was not good at AddMaths, but then I had to grind a lot in my last day before exams, and then I got a good grade for that. But still, I was not good at first. But then because there's limited resources on the internet, you find for AddMaths, and the resources I do find, I'm not satisfied with it. So I thought, why not make it easier for people in the future? So basically, that's why I started this channel, by the way. So C, x cubed minus 20 x squared. So basically, 100x. Minus 125. So basically, divided by x minus 5. Now again, we are going to do this by the long division method. So basically, we have got x cubed minus 20x squared. So basically, 100x. Minus 125. X minus 5 here. Again, we're going to do the same process here. So basically, division here. So basically, same process is going to give us the answer for this one. So basically, x cubed divided by x. Again, first term divided by first term, which is giving us x squared. So x squared, we have this x squared. Now we multiply it by x minus 5, which would give us x cubed minus 5x squared. Now, the thing is, it's really important that you know the concept behind what we're doing, because if you don't, and if you don't practice these questions, you're going to, be confused in every step of it. And to be honest, division of polynomials is a really important topic because it comes everywhere in maths, AddMaths, whatever, further maths. So if you clarify this, this is one of the base concepts for which you are going to go into advanced techniques, because some questions come that they tell you to divide a cubic equation and then derive the quadratic equation and then find out the values of the quadratic equation. And basically that makes up like 8 to 10 marks for your exam. So basically 8 to 10 marks decide your A star or B or whatever. So be careful for that.
So basically,
x cubed minus 5x squared. So now I'm going to copy this down, x cubed minus 5x squared, and that came up when I multiplied by x squared. So again, this becomes negative, this becomes positive, as this is multiplying by negative. And I subtract this up, and then we are going to get negative 20 plus 5 is going to give us negative 15x squared plus 100x here. Negative 15x squared divided by x is going to give us negative 15 itself, negative 15x, sorry. Now negative 15x multiplied by what, x minus 5. So we are going to get is equals to negative 15x squared plus 15 multiplied by 5. Wait a second. 15 multiplied by 5 is equals to 75. So positive 75x. Now we're going to get negative 15x squared plus 75x, and that is taken when we get minus 15x here. Subtracted by dividing it, and then this becomes positive and the other one becomes negative. Cancel this down, 100 minus 70. Now, yeah. Now this would give us 25x minus 125, and again 25x divided by x is going to give us 25 again. 25 multiplied by x minus 5 is going to be equals to 25x minus 125. Now again we have got the same value at 25x minus 125, and that comes from adding 25. Divide this whole by and subtract it, so negative becomes negative and this becomes positive. Cancel this down, we get 35 as your answer, and x squared minus 15x plus 25 is going to be your answer. And that's it for part C. Getting on to part D, we have x cubed minus 3x squared minus 3x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. Again, this is an interesting type of question, and I'll tell you why in a short while. Because cube minus 3x minus 2. This is going to be a bit different from what we have been doing till now. Okay. So again, we'll start as usual. X cubed divided by x is going to give us x squared, and then we multiply this x squared by x minus 2, which would give us x cubed minus 2x squared, and that's where the magic comes. Now we have got x squared here, and then when we multiply by x squared, we get x cubed minus 2x squared. Now, if I were to do this and subtract it, this would become negative, this would become positive, this cancels down, and we have only got positive 2x squared. And now we'll only bring negative 3x here down. Why is that? Because we can't subtract negative 3x by 2x squared. So we are just only going to write minus 3x. So this is actually going to become 2x squared minus 3x, as simple as that. Again, because we can't subtract unknowns with different degrees. So we have got 2x squared minus 3x, and now we are simply going to divide it by x again, and then we would get 2x. We would multiply 2x by x minus 2, which would give us 2x squared minus 2 to the 4x. So 2x squared minus 4x. Now it's subtracting, so we subtract this and add this. So this becomes nothing, and this becomes negative 3 plus 4 is going to give us x, and then this minus 2 comes down here, so x minus 2. So we've got x minus 2. Now x divided by x is going to give us 1, and 1 multiplied by x minus 2 is going to be x minus 2. We divide this up, subtract this, add this, and we get nothing here. So by the way, x squared plus 2x plus 1 is your answer. X squared plus 2x equals to your answer for this part. Okay, I hope that clarifies it. Proceeding on to the next one, which is part E. Let me just raise this up. the basic u, 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 the basic u. Again, I'm going to do the same long division method here. The basic u, 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 the basic u. What I'm going to do it. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u. Yeah. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u, the basic u. Now I've got x cubed minus 3x squared minus 33x plus 35. The basic u, 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 the basic u. 33x. The basic u plus 35. The basic u. Now we'll divide this by x minus 7. Again, the basic u. I'm going to make a partition here. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u. Partition here. The basic u. I mean, it's really important that you make a rough work area for division of polynomials, especially if you're new to this, where as time you get more practice, by time you get more practice and you get better at it. So you don't need it actually. X cubed divided by x would give us x squared, and then x squared multiplied by x minus 7 here, we would get x cubed minus 7x squared. So the basic would get us x squared, and this would be x cubed minus 7x squared. And the reason I'm basically solving it much more faster is because if you watch the first example in detail, I mean, you watch it closely, you watch it with full concentration, I think all of these questions will be peanuts for you. So no big deal here. The basic u, positive 7 minus 3 would give us positive 4x squared. The basic u, the basic minus 33x. The basic u, 4x squared divided by x would give us 4x. The basic u, 4x multiplied by x minus 7. The basic u equals to 4x squared minus 7 fours is going to be equals to 28. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u. Okay. 4x squared minus 28x. And there's going to be, the signs are going to be inverted. The basic u, positive becomes negative. Drag this up, we get negative 32 plus 20, and negative 33 plus 28 is going to give us, or I think 5, yes. I think it's the basic negative 5. The basic u. So negative 5x plus 35 here. The basic u. Negative 5x divided by x is equal to negative 5. Negative 5 is multiplied by x minus 7. Negative 5x. The basic u. 5 to 35. The basic u, the basic u. Negative 5x plus 35 here. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u, the basic u, the basic u. And multiply this by negative, this becomes positive, and this becomes negative, and this cancels out. And your final answers. Why do I forget adding x squared and everything on the above part? So this would become x squared plus 4x minus 5, as we have done here. The basic x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equals to your answer. By the way, for those of you who are confused, if I forgot this adding up here, we got this 4x from this part because 4x squared divided by x is going to give us 4x, and then we add this 4x here, and then this 4x multiplies by x minus 7 to give us 4x squared minus 33x. And then again, for the last term, we had negative 5x, and then I divided negative 5x by x to give us negative 5, which I copied here. And then I multiplied negative 5 by x minus 7 to give us 5x minus negative 5x minus plus 35. And then we would get this answer. So basically, question number 1, part E. For part F, we have the basic u, the basic u plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18 divided by the basic u, the basic u plus 2. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u, the basic u. So here we got x plus 2. The basic u, the basic u, the basic u, the basic u. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 9x minus 18. The basic u, the basic u. The same division method, no big deal. This is going to divide x cubed by x. And we're going to get x squared. Then we multiply x squared by x plus 2. We get x cubed plus 2x squared. Again, here we go. X squared copy here. X cubed plus 2x squared here. So negative, negative. And then when basically this subtracts up, we get nothing. So we got 0 here. Then we copy down negative 9x. And we can simply copy down minus 18 also because we require that. So we just simply divide negative 9x divided by x is equal to negative 9. And again, the same concept here. I told you we need two values to work with, and that's why we are copying this down. So this would give us negative 9 multiplied by x plus 2. So this would become negative 9x minus 18. And again, we copy this down here, x squared plus. So basically, minus 9. So basically, this becomes negative 9 here. So negative 9x minus 18. And we divide this. This becomes positive. This becomes positive. Subtract this. We get nothing in the denominator, which means that x squared minus 9 is perfectly divisible by x plus 3. So basically, okay. I hope that clarifies that. So basically, and I'm going to go on to the next part, question number 2. So basically, any questions? So basically, question number 2. So basically, question number 2a, we have x plus 2 here. So basically, x plus 2 here, and then we have got 3x cubed. So basically, 8x squared. So basically, 3x minus 2. So basically, okay. So basically, now again, I'm going to make one partition here. So basically, and one partition here for reference. So basically, now again, 3x cubed divided by x is going to give us 3x squared. 3x squared multiplied by x plus 2 is going to give us 3x cubed plus 6x squared. So basically, now we have got 3x squared and above, then we multiply 3x squared by x plus 2 give us 3x cubed plus 6x squared. So basically, divided by, now we subtract this up and we subtract this up, we get 8 minus 6, we get 2x squared plus 3x. So basically, 2x squared divided by x is equals to 2x. So basically, 2x multiplied by x plus 2 would give us 2x squared plus 4x. So basically, again, we add positive 2x here. So basically, bring up it rough. So basically, we're going to add positive 2x here to give us 2x squared plus 4x. So basically, drag this up. So basically, and then we get 3 minus 4. So this is negative x minus 2 here because we copy down to on below. Negative x divided by x is going to give us negative 1. And negative 1 multiplied by x plus 2 is going to give us negative x minus 2. So basically, 1 here. So this becomes positive, this becomes positive as we subtract. So this cancels down to give us 3x squared plus 2x minus 1. So basically, equals to our answer. So basically, b is 6x cubed. So basically, plus 11x squared minus 3x minus 2. So basically, in fact, I'm going to raise this up here. So basically, to just directly go into solving this question. So basically, is 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 3x minus 2. And we divide this by 3x plus 1. Yes. So basically, now we're going to do our rough work part here. So basically, now 6x cubed divided by the first term, which is obviously 3x. Now 6x cubed divided by 3x, 3 minus 1 here. 2 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6. This is going to give us 2x squared. So 2x squared multiplied by 3x plus 1 is going to give us 3 2 is 6. 6x cubed plus 2x squared. So basically, now we've got 2x squared here, and we'll get 6x cubed plus 2x squared. Now we just, what do we say? Multiply by negative, and we get 6x cubed cancels down. 11 minus 2 is going to give us 9x squared. And now we copy down negative 3x from there. So basically 9x squared divided by 3x again is going to give us x cancels down to minus 1 is 1. So we've got x, and 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, so 3x. And now we multiply 3x by 3x plus 1. So basically, 3 3s are 9, x squared plus 3x. So basically, again, here we're going to go with 9x squared plus 3x. So basically, multiply by negative to give us negative 6x. And then we copy down this 2 to give us negative 2. So basically, now we've got, a second. Negative 6x. Negative 6x divided by 3x is going to give us x cancels down. 6 1s are, 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3. This is going to give us negative 2. The negative 2 multiplied by 3x plus 1 is going to give us negative 6x minus 2. I think I forgot adding in plus 3x here. And then we add in negative 2 here. And when this negative 2 multiplied by 3x plus 1, we get negative 6x minus 2. Now we multiply this by negative. So basically, it was positive. In fact, I'll just remove this up. So basically, it was positive x plus 2. So basically, this is perfectly divisible. So this tells us that 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 is equal to your answer. By the way, if you just want to recheck your value, if you're in your exam and you just want to make sure and you have some time left, you could just simply multiply your answer, which is here 2x squared plus 3x minus 2, by the division value, which is 3x plus 1. And if you get 6x cubed plus 11x squared minus 3x minus 2, or whatever value is being divided from, we will get the correct answer. So that if that's the same value, that means you have the correct answer. So basically, just for clarifying that, for C we have 3x cubed minus 11x squared plus 20 divided by x minus 2. So I'm going to divide it here. So basically, 3x cubed minus 11x squared plus 20. Okay, and we take x minus 2 here. So basically, now we do this. Again, 3x cubed divided by x is going to give us 3x squared. Now 3x squared is going to come up here, and when we multiply 3x squared by x minus 2, 3x squared multiplied by x minus 2, we're going to get 3x cubed minus 6x squared. So basically 3x cubed minus 6x squared. Now minus here and positive here because you're multiplying by negative. This cancels down. Negative 11 plus 6 is going to become negative 5x squared. Then we add plus 20 here. In fact, why just add plus 20? In fact, I'll just go to it later. Negative 5x squared divided by x is equal to negative 5. So basically, then we multiply by negative 5 by x minus 2. So negative 5x. So basically, multiplied by x minus 2. This would give us negative 5x squared plus 5 2s are 10x. So basically, and then we copy this down here, negative 5x squared. So basically, plus 10x. So basically, that would give us positive and negative because we're multiplying by negative. So this cancels down, and then we have 20. In fact, negative 10x plus 20. So basically, again, by the way, if you don't ever write 20 minus 10x if you're doing long division, because whatever value has the highest degree is going to be written first. Okay, so we are going to write in descending order, like the value with the highest degree of the unknown is going to be written first. So negative 10x divided by x is going to give us negative 10, And negative 10 multiplied by x minus 2 is going to give us negative 10x plus 20. And that is going to come up here. Which would give us negative 10x plus 20. Now again, we subtract, multiply by negative, so this becomes negative and this becomes positive. This cancels down to give us 0, which tells us that 3x squared minus 5x minus 10 is equals to your answer for this part. I hope everything is clear till now. If there is not anything unclear, please do ask in the comments. I'll try my best to answer your questions. For part E, I'll just remove or erase this one. Okay. Part D. 3x cubed minus 20. In fact, I'll just write it out. So we've got 3x cubed minus 21x squared plus 4x minus 28. X minus 7 here. Again, for the rough work part, let us just make a margin here, rough work. And we will get 3x cubed. Again, we divided by the first term from which we are being divided from, 3x squared. So 3x squared here. Now multiply 3x squared by x minus 7. And we'll get 3x cubed minus 7, 3 is 21x squared. We have got 3x cubed minus 21x squared. Now we multiply by negative, so this becomes negative and this becomes positive. This whole cancels down. We're just going to simply copy down 4x. Minus 28. So now 4x divided by x is going to give us 4. And then we multiply 3x squared plus 4. And then we multiply 4 by x minus 7. We are going to get 4x minus 28. This is going to give us 4x minus 28. Negative here and positive here because we multiply by negative. This goes on to cancel out everything, and we get 3x squared plus 4 as our final answer. And there's rocket science in this. I hope that clarifies your concept and everything is clear. Proceeding on to question number 3. Now what we're going to do is continue with what we have been doing. Again, they just change the format. Instead of adding 3x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 4 divided by x minus 1, they've now just written it in this format. We're going to solve it as it is. Again, we're doing the same long division method. We're just going to write it down here. 3x cubed minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 4, and then we divide this by x minus 1. Again, for the rough work part, I'm going to make a portion here. Rough work part is really important for me, by the way. We've got 3x cubed. We divide this by x to give us 3x squared. Now we copy this 3x squared here, and then we multiply it by x minus 1. 3x squared multiplied by x minus 1 is going to give us 3x cubed minus 3x squared. 3x cubed minus 3x squared is going to be copied down as it is. As we're going to multiply by negative, so this becomes negative and this becomes positive to cancel out. The negative 4x plus 4 is left here. Negative 4x divided by x is going to give us negative 4. Negative 4 multiplied by x minus 1. We write negative 4. And when we multiply this by x minus 1, we get negative 4x plus 4. So again, here we're going to copy down the same thing. Multiply this by negative to become positive and negative. We get nothing here. So 3x squared minus 4 is equals to your answer. For this part, nothing hard, just simple mathematics. 3x squared minus 4. For part B, we have 2x cubed. In fact, I'm going to write it. Long division method. Something like this, yeah. Let me raise this up. The basic thing which has more space with the rough work in it. The basic I'm going to write down 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 25. And we divide this by x plus 5. Again, divide it here. 2x cubed divided by x is going to give us 2x squared. 2x squared multiplied by x plus 5 is equals to 2x cubed plus 10x squared. 2x cubed plus 10x squared comes up when we divide this by 2x squared. Multiply by negative to give us negative and negative, so we get cancel this out. We can say 9 minus 10x squared is equal to negative x squared plus 120 plus 25. Sorry, not 125. Plus 25. Okay. Now the next thing what we are going to do is we're going to divide negative x squared by x. Negative x again. Negative x multiplied by x plus 5 is going to give us negative x squared minus 5x. So again, copy this down, negative x squared minus 5x. Now we multiply by negative to give us positive x squared plus 5x. Cancel this down. Now again, 5x plus 25 can't be added or subtracted, so we just write it as it is here. Now 5x divided by x is going to give us 5, and 5 multiplied by x plus 5 is going to give us what? 5x plus 25. We add negative x here. Then when we add positive 5, we can add 5x plus 25 here. Minus and minus, which gives us nothing. So this is going to be give us 2x squared minus x plus 5 as our final answer. That clarifies it. Plus 1 minus x plus 5. Okay, for part C, we have 3x cubed. In fact, we just divide this first up here. In fact, the big ones, so I'm going to take some more space here. Now we were handling with dividing from linear equations, but now it's quadratic equations being divided. It's just a bump up. It's nothing much, by the way. It's again the same method, the same way to do it. So 3x squared plus 12x minus 2 here, 3x squared plus 12x. Space here. We've got 3x squared plus 12x minus 2 here, and then we have got 3x cubed minus 50x plus 8. Now I'm going to utilize the space also. So now what I'm going to do is simply divide this divided by 3x squared. Now why I've done this is because, again, we've seen the same thing, 3x cubed, 3x squared. The first term divided by the first term here. So we're going to simply 3x cubed divided by 3x squared, which would give us 3 and 3 cancels out, which gives us x as the only remainder. So now what we're going to do is simply write x, and now we multiply x by the dividend, which is 3x squared plus 12x minus 2. Now we multiply this by whole of this 3x cubed plus 12x squared minus 2x. Okay, this is basically telling us that whatever the values become, okay, just focus on the first values of the dividend and the one value which is being divided. And divide them up, find the value for which we are going to get the original equation, and then multiply it by the value we are dividing it from. Basically, no need to stress it out, stress it out, but simply by multiplying this by the whole equation. That's the only difference, is instead of linear equations, we multiply quadratic equations. 3x cubed plus 12x squared minus 2x. Okay. Now we multiply this whole by negative. This becomes negative. This becomes negative, and this becomes positive. Now we subtract this. This subtracts. Now again, there's nothing. 50x can't be subtracted from 12x squared. So we are going to say negative 12x squared as it is, but negative 50x can be subtracted from 2x. So we 2x minus 50x is going to be equal to negative 48x. So now what we're going to do is negative 12x squared divided by x. Divided by 3x squared, in fact. X squared and x squared cancel down. 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So this is going to give us negative 4. The negative 4 is going to be now multiplying with 3x squared plus 12x minus 2. So we are going to get negative 12x squared minus 12 multiplied by 4 is going to give us, 12 multiplied by 4 is going to give us negative 48. And positive 8. Okay. Copy this down here. We get negative 12x squared. X minus 4 will give us negative 12x squared minus 48. Yes, 48x. Now the thing is, what can we do right now? We have got difference in 8 and 8. And the reason why we have got a difference of 8 is because we did not copy this 8 down. Now you might say I said in the previous exercise, in the previous question, that it's preferable if we just only take 2 values when solving this question up. And well, that's not the case here. And why is that? It's because, as you can see, we're dividing it by a quadratic equation. So we can take up to 3 in the denominator. So as the degree increases, we can increase the number of values we take down. And it's not a hard and fast rule again. I'm just telling it that I find the questions I've solved till now, I find that this method makes them easier to solve. Okay. So that's basically my perspective. You can always take anything else, but I personally go by the fact that when you're dividing the linear equations, you handle 2 values. Then if you go if you are now dividing by quadratic equations, go by taking 3 values in the go by handling 3 values, and so on and so forth. You can do whatever feels easier to you. Okay. So now again, we multiply this whole by negative, so this becomes positive, this becomes positive, and this becomes negative. Cancel, cancel, cancel. This is going to give us our final answer, which is x minus 4 is equals to grounds. Now for part D, break it apart here. That you know where it is ending. So for part D, basically, we have x cubed minus 14x minus 15 divided by x squared minus 3x minus 5. Okay, so now x cubed divided by x squared is going to become x. Now we multiply this x by the whole quadratic equation, which is going to become x squared minus 3x minus 5, which will give us x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x. So we get x here. When we multiply, we get x cubed minus 3x squared minus 5x here. Multiply this whole equation by negative, this becomes positive, and this becomes positive. X cubed and x cubed cancel down. Negative 14x and 3x squared cannot be subtracted, so we are just going to write 3x squared as it is. Negative 14x plus 5x is going to give us negative 9x. Okay, now what we are going to do is, by the way, we are going to now 3x squared divided by x squared again. So we are going to get 3x, and when we wait a second, I think I did a mistake. Sorry, 3x squared divided by x squared. Yes, this is going to give us 3 only. We are going to add 3 here. And then when we multiply 3 by x squared minus 3x minus 5, we're going to get 3x squared minus 9x minus 15. Again, this 15, when this comes down, this becomes the exact same equation, 3x squared minus 9x minus 15. And then we multiply this by negative, we get negative 3x squared plus 9x plus 15. This cancels out to give us nothing. So the answer for this equation is going to become x plus 3. And that's basically it for question number 3, part D. Let me just recheck the answer, x plus 3, and that is correct. Okay. Now for question number 4, there's nothing different, just they've now given this in a word form. Divide x raised to the power 4 minus 1 by x plus 1. And basically when they say by, the value next to the by is going to come into the denominator, for those of you who do not know this, and the value before that is going to come in the numerator, so x4 minus 1. Now if I were to do this in the long division format, x raised to the power 4 minus 1 and x plus 1 here. I just make 2 divisions here. And my for the rough work. Partition for the rough work here. Now we get x raised to power 4. X raised to power 4 divided by x is going to give us x cube. Now x cube multiplied by x raised to x plus 1 is going to give us x raised to power 3. X raised to power 4 plus x raised to power 3. Now again we write x cube here, x raised to power 4 plus x raised to power 3 here. Now we subtract this up, the x4 and x4 cancels down, we get x cube negative x cube minus 1. Okay, so this is going to give us negative x cube divided by x, which is going to give us negative x squared. Negative x squared multiplied by x plus 1 is going to give us negative x cube minus x squared. Okay, so we have got negative x cube minus x squared here. Why is that coming here? Because we added negative x squared. So now negative x squared comes here. We subtracted, we multiplied by negative, this becomes positive, and this becomes positive. So this cancels down, positive x squared minus 1 comes here. X squared divided by x is going to give us x, and x multiplied by x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus x. Okay, so x squared plus x comes up here. We subtract it, so we multiply the whole equation by negatives. It becomes negative, and this becomes negative. This cancels down, negative x, negative x. Negative x minus 1 comes up here. Negative x divided by x is going to give us negative 1. And negative 1 multiplied by x plus 1 is going to give us negative x minus 1. We copied this down, negative x minus 1. And why does that come? Because we added negative 1 here. This becomes positive. This becomes positive as we are multiplying by negative here. So we cancel this down and we get x cubed minus x squared minus, sorry, I think I forgot one thing here. Minus x squared minus 1. I think I did one thing which is incorrect. Yes, I did not add the positive x here. Sorry, my bad. Instead of negative 1, there's a positive x here also. Positive x minus 1. I'm really sorry about this. I forgot the negative x squared. Positive x minus 1. And that's equals to your answer. So I hope that clarified it, because this, I actually did not copy this x which is here. So this is, I'm going to add it right now. I'm really sorry for the error. I'll try to improve not to do it next time. Before I continue to part D, just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now for again the same thing, x cubed minus 8 should be divided by x minus 2. And there's no big deal in this one. Just divide it up here, x minus 2 here, x cubed minus 8. Now we've got plenty of space for the rough work. What I'm going to do is just first of all divide the first term by the first term, which is x cubed divided by x, and this is going to give us x squared. So now x squared multiplied by x minus 2 is going to give us x cubed minus 2x squared. We copy this down here, x squared. When we multiply by x minus 2, we get x cubed minus 2x squared. Multiply this equation by negative, this becomes positive. This cancels down, and 2x squared minus 8 is copied down as it is. After 2x squared minus 8, we divide 2x squared divided by x to give us 2x. Now we multiply 2x by x minus 2 to give us 2x squared minus 4x. Again, x squared plus 2x is going to give us 2x squared minus 4x. We multiply the whole equation by negative by changing their signs. Cancel this, and we get 4x minus 8 here. 4x divided by x is going to give us 4, and then 4 multiplied by x minus 2 is going to give us 4x minus 8. And then 4x minus 8 is going to copy it as it is. Why? Because we added positive 4 here. So we subtract this from the equation by multiplying negative. This becomes positive and this becomes negative, and we subtract it to give us that it is wholly divisible. And our final answer would be x squared plus 2x plus 4 is equals to your answer. So that's it. This is it for question exercise 3. What is 3.2? I guess yes, 3.2. And please do practice it, because as we go throughout the exercise, there will be much more advanced concepts. So you have to tackle that. So all the best. I'll meet you in the next lecture. And now I'm trying to frequently upload my lectures so that this syllabus would end as soon as possible. And then I plan on, starting videos on individual topics like explanatory videos, not necessarily like question solving based videos. I want to clarify. I think the main focus for math students should be to clarify the concept, because if you clarify the concept, no matter what happens, you're going to understand any question. So that's it for today. I'll meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.